In this video I'll show some details about the new Art Pro Watercolors ArtSet that was released in TwistedBrush Pro Studio version 16.10. From the ArtSet selection dialog, if you go up near the top, Art Pro Watercolors. It's a start of a new series of ArtSets that cover traditional media types with an emphasis on more realism than what was previously seen in the art tools. The first one that we are covering here is the Pro Watercolor ArtSet. So here we'll see there's just one brush, actually two, but one main painting brush and ways to modify that brush. So let's just start and select the Pro Watercolor base brush and select the color and of course, like any other brush, you can paint on your canvas. A couple of things to point out right away with the brushes in this art set. If we pull it back up, we'll see in the description here that this art set was designed to be used on a fully opaque layer, which means where there's no transparency, such as on the background layer. It's also designed primarily to be used with a pressure-sensitive tablet, even though it's not required really for the best results. It depends on the variance of the brush size within a stroke. So keep those things in mind when you're using this art set to get the best results. So we've already selected this base brush. Now if we wanted to change its behavior a bit, all we do is select one of these modifiers. So in this case I'm going to select Set Wash to 50%. So here we saw we were painting with this color. Let's change to a blue. And now we see, even though we've starting a stroke with full pigment, it's actually a wash, and so we're always going to have some transparency. We can go and change that to less transparency within the wash. And here you even see, even with the lower transparency or the wash, the wash, we still have our hard edge that you may be used to with watercolors, and you still get the blending that you would expect. Let's go back and select Set Wash at 90%, which is near full. In addition, there's also a variety of brush styles that are included, from solid brush to a variety of different textured brushes to give you different effects. The sliders here for opacity and density also can make a big difference when you're working with the watercolor art sets. Another thing to keep in mind is this is just like watercolors, the darker colors have dominance, and when you pick a light color, it will not necessarily cover very well the darker colors. Also, if you just want to blend, purely just blend white, if you select white, it is almost the same as blending with pure water. Another real handy tip to use when working with the watercolor brushes is to use the option here. I'm going to select the brush cleaner. Turn off auto clean. Typically, when for all the brushes, the default is to always start with a clean brush on each stroke. If you turn it off like I just did, now when we paint, okay, we see we've started with red, but you see that we didn't clean the brush between each stroke. Now if we select the color, even the same color, it would be the same as as cleaning the brush. There's also hotkeys to do that, such as the comma. So that's a quick rundown of some of the new features of this art set.